Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies and welcome to Marlie Design. And also a welcome to my second episode of my new series on how to make a Christmas journal from scratch. Here you can see the layout that we have created in episode number 1. Haven't seen it yet? Go check it out on my channel. I have made a special playlist for this whole series, so every new video will be added to the playlist. I also want to take just a short amount of time to tell you about my trip in Valencia, because I have had a couple of messages, really sweet people who asked me how my trip was, how the house of my brother was after the flood, and if we could manage to clean or declutter everything that we found. So here it is. It is more devastating in real time when you are in Valencia and see everything yourself. We can all get a good idea on the situation via, TV and social media and everything, but in real life, it is horrible. We also spoke with local people and neighbors. And it is crazy to know and also to see, because we have seen it ourselves, that complete houses are gone. Or some people have only the half of their house standing and half of it is gone. Everywhere where we drove around, you can see household items, shoes, doors, mattresses, you name it and you will find it on the streets, in the woods, on the side of the highway. There are also still a lot of areas in Valencia where rescue workers have a lot of problems removing cars, finding missing people, clean villages, roads, highways. What I also saw, and that really touched my heart, is that a lot of people are coming to the stores for groceries. They all get together, they are having a talk about what happened, they are helping each other where they can, and that is really heartwarming to see. Now my brother's house, there is somebody coming from the insurance company today, and after that we think we will also need like a building technician, somebody who knows how the structure of the house is right now after the flood, and if it's still safe to live in, and if it's livable after some kind of renovation. To our knowledge, because from the people who live in the same mountains as my brother does, we have talked to them and they said it was like the flood was about 100 yards wide. Oh my God. And let me think. It was around 10 meters high. That is so much water with such a force, slamming into all kinds of buildings and homes and roads. You just cannot imagine. So for the ones who have reached out to me, thank you for asking, and this was my little update for you guys. Now let's move on to, our second episode of the Christmas journal. For today's video I will focus on the cover, the front. And while this part is still not attached to each other, I managed to do some stitching along the sides. You can better do this before gluing down the pocket, because after gluing it's not reachable. I will do a zigzag or crisscross stitch here on the top and here on the bottom. When you do that, this will be a pocket and this will also be a pocket. Okay, so let me stitch first and I will be right back. And this is in a close-up what I mean. And maybe you already saw it, but I also added an extra strip of this paper. Well, it's an ephemera piece from Tim Holtz from the Christmas line. And that brings me to the next. What kind of materials are we going to use in today's video? Okay, so you already know we have the base, our structure. Then I have my own ephemera pack with all kinds of frames, pockets, labels, little envelopes. Then I have my Fussy Cut elements. Here you can see a bow, a little label, a little frame. And I'm going to mix it with some ephemera from the Christmas line, ideology line from Tim Holtz. My papers will be distressed and inked with Distress Ink Vintage Photo, and the pieces will be glued down with some kind of glue. Tacky glue, collage medium, whatever you have at hand. When I decide along the way I will use other materials, I will let you know. And this is the kind of layout that I want for the front. Because we have the pocket on this side and we have the pocket on this side, I'm not going to glue anything more towards those outsides. I'm going to keep it in this middle line, so we still have good access on both pockets. Every piece I gave a good rub of Vintage Photo Distress Ink, but I do see something that I want to change. You see the frame over here. I do not think it is popping out really well. So I'm going to give this a backing, so it will pop out more. So let me begin with that. And what I also see is that this label is quite empty and I want that to be filled. Now, no more talking, let's get started. My frame, everything is on there and the glue is dry. The label is embellished with the remnant rubs, also done. And I went into my stash and found some little pieces of ephemera, so this pointy finger, a piece of a small ticket, and I think my layout for the cover is good as it is right now. So let's ink everything up and glue it down. Okay, you can see this will be our focal point. And why did I not glue it right away down on the cover? I like to make the cluster first and place every element in the right spot. So I can glue this whole cluster down just in once, while knowing everything is already in place and I do not have to alter or change anything. The cluster is glued down properly and I have been so free already to take a look on those pockets on the left and on the right. Of course you want something to be there and also interesting to the eyes. On the left side I have this vintage card with a red cardinal on top, and when I place it here on the left bottom, you can see it looks like the bird is sitting on top of this label. Then in the background I found a card. This is out of one of the Tim Holtz Christmas Ideology line packages. I think it was a layers pack, or no, this was an ephemera pack. And I thought in the corner this could be cute. And of course you can see I have not done anything to the papers yet, so no distress ink or whatsoever, but that will come just in a couple of minutes. Then on the right side I want to create, of course, a little bit of a cohesive look. So here on the bottom I have some brown vintage papers and I'm going to repeat that on the right side on the top with this deer. But this card was a little bit too big, so we are going to change and alter that so it will fit the pocket. And we will create something in the back that is also interesting for a journal maker or a journal lover. I want my bottom paper here on the right bottom to have like the same vibe as the paper that I have here in the back. And I found this Christmas card also out of the Tim Holtz Ephemera pack. And when you are playing along, let's alter these pieces of paper right now. And this is the end result for today's video. I really love it. I love the snowman as a vocal point. I love the smaller details like the labels here on the top and on the bottom, the pointy finger, just a little ticket. Everything adds up to, yeah, just a nice result. And now that we are done, it also means that the video is done. So when you had fun watching this, got some inspiration out of it, please like, subscribe or comment down below. I really appreciate all the support. When you are curious about the materials I have used, I will put all the links in the description box so you can check it out. Also in my description box are all my social platforms and the links towards them, so you can follow me and my work. And when you have any questions about materials or techniques or anything else regarding making the front cover of this journal and all the filling of the pockets, just leave me a comment and I will try to explain and answer it. Stay tuned for our next Christmas journal video because that will be coming very soon. subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for being here and spending time on my channel. Bye!